Since 1837, Holt Renfrew has traveled the world to discover the finest in luxury and fashion. Thank you for joining us on this journey of style.
We're right in the middle of a great fashion week that's about to unfold, and we're here to see the traditionalists like the Guccis and the Valentinos and the Cucinellis of the world, but at the same time, we cannot wait to see who's got the new voice. Since 1837, I think if we actually look at our heritage, we boated, can you imagine Holt Renfrew boated designers from the old world to the new world. In the 60s or the late 50s, they brought Dior to Canada. I mean, they actually brought Dior to North America before any other retailer. And then Yves Saint Laurent, the man himself, who was just a young designer on the Atelier team in Dior, left Dior, and Holt Renfrew picked up this very young man, Yves Saint Laurent, who was to change fashion in the world. So that was part of our heritage. We never questioned it. It was something we just knew was our obligation, and we have continued to do that. To be at the forefront of Canadian fashion and probably global fashion since 1837 means we need to keep, really discovering and speaking to a whole new customer. Oh, here. Fausto! Oh my God!
Great to see you.
What an unbelievable fashion show you gave us.
Oh my God! It's thanks to you because you have been one of the few first supporters. I never forget that.
Well, thank you very much.
Forget. I think that women now don't need any designer to tell them what to do, what to wear, and what not to wear. I like sexiness. Of course I like sexiness. I like sexy. I like beauty. I like beautiful men, beautiful women looking at beautiful women that want to destroy the enemy. I'm the best. What I want to do is to propose my fashion as something which is absolutely necessary for your desire. So as a new designer, I have to do something I trust so much in and something that becomes desirable,
yes.
Okay? Something that becomes something, oh my God, I kill for having it.
Wow.
What actually goes into this?
Look at this.
Look
Yeah,
at
it's
it. It's
amazing
incredible.
too.
And then,
But how long would it take to do a skirt? It's incredible.
a lot.
It's days of work.
It's a lot, but it's like a drug, I'm obsessed by this. And this is the quintessential Fausto.
this is kind of a signature for you.
Yeah.
And we have customers that collect them. So they may have your very first one. They're going to want, every season, they're going to want
nice.
more.
Collector, yes.
They're
It's
collectors.
nice.
Our top customers want this fully done.
Exactly
They
the
want
way it
they
is on
want
the runway.
Of course.
So that's perfect. So we can get this for them exactly the way it is, and that customer feels special.
When we all walked in at different times, we all went to this piece. It's
love
funny,
this.
but it's a beautiful piece. And
love
for
this.
every
So modern.
customer.
I like sexy beaches.
Yeah.
And I like sophisticated conservative
are.
ladies.
Exactly.
Okay.
I really love them all.
Wow.
This is
Look at
art.
this.
This is art. Look at that. Look at the beading.
It's incredible. That's the perfect morning after outfit.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Look how great that
That
is.
was fantastic.
Who would have ever thought except you that you would put the yellow with the camel? And it's like,
And it works.
yes,
Oh,
it
man.
works.
With the blue shoe, and
It
it works.
works. I
You know.
love your juxtaposition. Just look at the movement of the skirt. Oh, it's just beyond.
That's incredible.
Isn't that just
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, it's so fun.
bravo? It's
Brava.
beautiful.
Però era occupato, con chi parlavi, bracciolino?
How are you? Nice to see you. How are things?
Oh, amore.
How are you?
I'm fine. Did you have fun? Hi, Fausto. Nice to meet you. Hi. Well, I love your skirts. Hi. Just hair skirts. You know, we have a whole troop of people.
On the other side, come.
Okay.
We'll come way through your shop.
Oh, wow, I love it.
This is all
This is so
your
good.
world, which is quite exciting.
So I tell you, that was a drama, because that dress was chosen by Charlize Theron for
Oh,
a fitting tomorrow. We couldn't do it
Oh,
because I say,
my.
no, Holt Renfrew must have it. Like, it was a big
Oh.
fight with my press office. But we did it. She's gonna wear another one.
Well,
But it was
Oh,
fun.
good.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. The Holt Renfrew customer will be thrilled.
I love here. Look.
Oh,
Hi, how?
in our 178 years, we've been the first many times. We were the first to launch Christian Dior. We were the first customer for Chanel in the 1930s. We were the first launch for Gucci in Canada. And with that note, we're thrilled to have Fausto here.
Yeah, thank you. Bravo. I'm so happy and excited to be here. It's my first time here in Canada, in Toronto, and I was so curious, so excited to come. Then I'm so excited to be here at Holt, because for me, the Holt family is a real family. I fight each day to have my own collection, to do my own designs, and the Holt family supported me since the beginning. So this collection was about freedom like mixing however, whatever you like. This is the first time I'm doing not with fabric, a normal fabric, but with the knit, which is a lot of work. It's color blocking, it's sexy, it's conservative at the same time, because it's classic. I have my references. I'm from Sicily, so it's all about corals, it's all about gold. For me, silver doesn't exist, okay? It's about gold, okay? And it's about royalty, and it's about desire. When I think of Canada, I think about something fresh, okay? And I had a special, amazing, gorgeous muse, which is here, which is Silvia Mantella. And it's not just about customer. It's about love, really. I said it again, because when you see a woman like Silvia, you get more inspired, because it's the answer to all your sketches, to your designs, to all your work, okay? You see a living answer to everything you do.
I attended a show, one of his runway shows in Milan, and Fausto had heard of me and I had heard of him because I was such a fan and wore his pieces and was photographed in them. So Holt Renfrew was so important in facilitating that initial introduction. So after the runway show, we went backstage to say hello, and I walked back there and he just looked at me, and it was like we had known each other for 50 years. Fausto Pugliese.
No, amore mio, bella.
I love you. How are you?
Fantastic.
Oh, this is so nice. King. You know, they took a designer who was really up and coming and young, who lived thousands of miles away, and production was thousands of miles away, and they believed in him and brought him to Canada and turned him into a success here.
Oh, you look amazing. Oh my God.
You see? That's great. It's an amazing way to celebrate fashion like I like to celebrate fashion. I mean, when you have your own personal relationship with the customers and you look at them while fitting the clothes and suggest them, it's heaven for me. It's fantastic.
He's also an incredible designer and an incredible person with tremendous talent. So the relationship between Holt Renfrew and Fausto Buglese is very strong, and I hope it continues for a very, very long time.
So much of what goes into what we carry on our floor is not one-dimensional. It is so much a work of art. It is so much based around the passion and vision of a specific individual. Having access to that individual and their vision is an incredible gift we try and bring to our customer. I think Holt Renfrew has absolutely been a leader in connecting the designer to the customer.
Holt Renfrew represents a family for me. It's not just a business affair, it's a love affair. And I'm sure that this is just the first time for me here in Toronto, in Canada, but I'm sure it's going to be a long love story. I mean, I love the people here. I love this incredible store. Everything is so beautiful here. I love it.
Today we know that product alone is not what's going to sell. It's the hype and it's the excitement, and that's what stores need to be. If designers need to be the rock star of the future that creates the hype, then the stores need to be the theater.